Hey, Dragon Slayers. It's been about 2 hours since my last meal, and my blood sugar is 111. So, tonight's video is all about asking if skim milk is healthier. So, skim milk doesn't just have less flavor than full fat milk, it also may be less good for you in general. Research published in Circulation suggests that full fat dairy products are linked to lower rates of diabetes, and researchers at the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston found no link between full fat dairy and heart disease. So, there are several things to consider when drinking skim milk. Skim milk has no fat, but research in pigs going back to the 1930s found that feeding skim milk to pigs helped them gain weight quickly. Farmers still feed pigs skim milk for this reason to this day. Some researchers suggest that cow's milk isn't meant for human consumption. One of the benefits of skim milk is the amount of protein per serving, but it's also important to note that cow's milk has 3 times the protein per serving that human's milk does. This could contribute to metabolic changes in your body. Babies and toddlers are thought to benefit from the fat and protein in whole milk more than adults. Because they grow and develop so quickly, their bodies need the extra saturated fats found in whole milk. Adults might get the same benefit from simply drinking reduced fat or non fat milk. Research suggests that if you drink skim milk, organic is the best. It comes from grass fed cows. Their milk is richer in nutrients and has more omega 3 fatty acids. Though many official guidelines have long recommended avoiding whole milk, it can be a great addition to a nutrient focused diet. Again, I don't necessarily agree with that. There are some caveats, but I'm going to keep reading part of this article for you. So, one of the main reasons whole milk was called out was because of its saturated fat content, which was previously directly connected to issues like heart disease. However, new research suggests this direct connection, while individuals who are already living with high cholesterol and heart disease should defer to their doctor's advice and limit their intake of saturated fat. People without such conditions may be able to consume it in moderate amounts without impacting their overall health. Not a true statement. Talk with your doctor about specific health history and what's the best option when it comes to saturated fat intake. And so, in the description below, I put an article about milk, skim milk specifically, and then as the article goes further, it brings up the case of other types of milk and their health benefits. So, this is going to be my opinion based upon my research. There is no link between that I have seen. There's no definitive link linking saturated fat to heart disease or stroke or any other metabolic disease. There is not. I have shared it with you guys before that I went on an ultra high fat keto diet for 4 months, and my metabolic markers were never better. My triglycerides went down. They were above 167. And after 4 months of consuming just disgusting amounts of fat daily, mostly being saturated fat, my triglycerides dropped all the way to like 45. So there is, I mean, of course, I'm just one sample, but there are other studies that you can look at that the more saturated fat you consume, the less fat there is in your blood. It's similarly with cholesterol. The more cholesterol you eat, the less cholesterol your body will make. There is no definitive link between high cholesterol and metabolic disease or heart disease or stroke. There's also no research that definitively states that high cholesterol will give you any of these other health conditions. So the thing about milk is that it's high in all the macronutrients. It's high in sugar, it's high in fat, and it's high in protein. So if you're not a child growing and developing fast quickly, I don't really see a big benefit to milk as an adult. I suppose if you're bodybuilding, there may be a case for consuming some, but you definitely want it to be organic and preferably raw if you can find it. And finding raw, unpasteurized dairy of any kind, specifically milk, is very hard to do. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember that together you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.